going to do some freebies for people today. This morning I'm going to do it like once a week. I'm just going to check to see if my Facebook is going on because I've had some issues. Looks like that's all go. Okay. So today is the 12th of January. So we're doing mid-January one-off card readings for people. And this is going to be Restreamed YouTube and Facebook, just while I'm waiting for people to come on. I'm an author illustrator of two children's books, Jonah and Kitty, The Timekeeper's Void, and Imagine Holding Hands, both very spiritual books, igniting imagination and intuition in children. And I'm also the owner or creator of Fortune Dice. So that's all on my Etsy store, plus some tote bags and artwork and stuff like that as well that's coming. Actually, a lot more will be coming on the Etsy store. The Etsy store is New Earth Products. And I'm absolutely delighted to say that I just had an amazing interview with Kevin Moore on his Kevin Moore show. And his channeling show. So really excited about that one. We had an absolute ball. Morning, Steve. Good to see you. Yeah, we had such fun chatting away for 2 hours in the end. I think that the interview went for about an hour and 20 minutes or something. It was he said, "Oh my God, I have so much to ask you," which was really fun. I really just went with the flow with it, and felt pretty connected through most of it. So it was really, really good. He didn't shy away from the questions either. So some of the questions it was like, okay, and my guide's going to give me this answer. It'll be interesting to see what comes through. So that's going to be put up on his YouTube, which is obviously Kevin Moore's show, I think it's called. YouTube, I should actually put the link. I'll put the link up on after this, but I don't have the actual link of the interview yet. It's still to be put together, published, and all of that. Hi, Sasha. Good to see you. Good morning, guys, here in Australia, here in Queensland, Australia. I sounded American then. Yeah, so I thought it'd be good. I'm going to try to do one-off card readings every week for free because I know my life's going to get extremely busy now that I'm, doing bigger interviews. So yeah, I'm going to see how this all flows and just trust. But at the beginning of the year, I really wanted to do one-off card readings every week because I think that that's important at the moment, just to connect with you guys and give you a heads up because the energies are shifting so dramatically at the moment, all the time. And so that's my intention anyway. It'll probably be Tuesday, Wednesday. I was going to be doing them Tuesdays, but I had the interview with Kevin Moore yesterday, which was obviously way more important just for that moment. Here we are, Wednesday. Hey, Whitney. Good to see you. Oh, my Facebook friends. I wonder if my YouTube's up because all my Facebook friends are here. It might take a bit longer for YouTube to be going live. We'll see what's happening there. My channel. Yeah, that's live. Okay. But I know that it takes a bit longer for people. Oh, there we go. Just as I said, I wonder if my YouTube's up. Sumac, hey. Hi there. So yes, I will do some readings, but yeah, look out for that Kevin Moore interview. He said, I want to get you back. I want to get you back. I want to get you back after we did the interview. So I think there's going to be some more interviews with Kevin Moore as well. Yeah, which is probably going to change quite a bit in my life, because morning Matthew, because then I'll get, last time I did a big interview with Campbell on his autodidactive YouTube channel. Because he had quite a few subscribers, all of a sudden I got a lot of bookings and sold a lot of dice and all sorts of things. I started to get really busy there, and I got a lot more subscribers as well. So with the interview of Kevin Moore coming up, I'm sure it's going to be even more so, and I'm going to be quite busy soon. So just heads up, guys. Hey, Jules. Hey, Dee. Good. Brad. Hi, Brad from Facebook. So some of you guys are from Facebook. Some of you guys are from YouTube, just so that you realize if I'm talking to someone that you can't see in the chat bar, it's because they're from Facebook or YouTube. Star cards. I don't have star cards, Brad. Yeah, I do have these ones. These ones are really cool. These ones are really nice. They're beautiful, and they're all to do with master, like connecting to stars, Pleiades, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. I always just pull the cards that I feel drawn to. I trust where I'm drawn to in the moment. Tend to start off with ones that I feel really comfortable with, and then as the readings go along, it gets better and better. Hey, DT, good to see you from Netherlands and YouTube. Jules, Free Speech Warrior from UK. I love this. I love that we can just all, I feel like it's just a bunch of light workers that collaborate, come together, and hey, Tony, and from Facebook. So that's right. Beautiful rise for loving souls. I just realized that you are one big pond, on YouTube. Okay, let's get into these readings. Who would like to have a card? Just say yes, please. And if I do miss you, because there's quite a few people on with Facebook and chat and YouTube together already. If I do miss you, just keep popping a message up, and I'll be guided to who I want to give a one card off reading, which usually ends up being about a 3-card reading. So we've got, hey, Free Speech Warrior, YouTube. Tony, yes, that's right. Love to all. Yeah. Only because of the icon picture, I noticed. So let's start. We have Matthew. Let's pull a card from Matthew. Matthew, one popped out straight away for you then. Let's pull a couple of cards out. Okay, so you're going through some big changes at the moment. Okay, I'm going to get these. Unique point of view, and one animal card too. I need to bring them all around this side, I think. Stretching over there. So Matthew. I probably should start off with a bit of a general reading as well before we launch into this. So I'll do one for Matthew, and then I'll do a bit of a general reading for everybody who's watching. Now, anyone who does watch these card readings that are individual for other people, if you feel it resonates for you, it's for you, because we are slowly becoming more of a collective. And whatever you fall into, whatever you come across in your life is really reflecting who you are as well. So if you get a reaction from it, then it's probably meant for you, or, a feeling of irk, it's probably meant for you. Or if you get a feeling of, oh my God, that so fits my life, it's meant for you as well. So Matthew, Once I stop talking. Matthew, you are in the middle. So what you got was transformation. Funny I said transformative. You're really shifting into something even more so. You know, as we progress in our lives, it's not just the fact that we are becoming more authentically us. We literally have choice of who we want to become as well. And I'm feeling that with you. So and the reason why I'm saying that is because when you choose who you want to become, choose who you want to be, choose to be, it can be something from your heart that you feel or you're inspired to become. I always say to people, you could aspire to become the most amazing, incredible person ever. Like you could sit in a meditation and then feel really, really powerful, like you are a powerful person. And then when it comes from day-to-day life, that doesn't really come into play, and you don't choose to be that powerful person. You choose to be, maybe something a little bit less than, so that you can still fit in with the rest of the world and that sort of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But just be aware that that person that you might feel when you're in meditation state is something to aspire to constantly flow and grow into while you are working, awake and aware with everybody else. So you also got Swan Grace, and that is you who glides across water of my soul brings me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and spirit of beauty. Now, isn't that interesting too? Because I didn't know what that was going to actually say, and it has the same word in it, transform. So this transformation for you is done with dignity, done with honor and respect of yourself. And the other card that you got was this card: every human is an artist and a storyteller with a unique point of view. And on the back it says, when we see ourselves as an artist, we no longer feel the need to impose our story on others or defend what we believe. We know that every artist has the right to create his own art. And it's not just art that we're talking about here. It's literally creating your own story of who you are, what you are deciding to become. And it's kind of part of your journey of learning to use your imagination and then feeling into what feels right for you to become. So really beautiful cards for you this morning. I also see that above this man here, there's those wings. So you've definitely been helped. You've been guided. You've got some sort of etheric, benevolent beings helping you as well with this. And for some reason, even though this probably is actually, see this flower? They really made that stand out for me. I think it's a closed lotus. And I was just brought to the blue lotus, which actually looks purple like this flower. And that represents stillness of mind and clarity. Once that stillness comes up for you in your mind, you know you're on the right path and living more presently in the moment, and just really, really, really trusting that. So that's your card reading for this morning, Matthew. Okay, who else have we got? Yeah, and isn't it interesting, Matthew, that I brought that up in the last talk, right? And you were there watching it too. So there's something, maybe you can look into the Blue Lotus a bit more, go online and just type it up and see what comes out for you, see what comes up, what spirit wants to show you and lead you to as well. So we're going to go back here and see who's next. We have Sumac and Jules. So Sumac, I'm going to do some dice as well. So we'll start off with the dice for Sumac. So the dice are 3 numerology dice. They have 0 to 9 on each one of them. And then if I'm called to, if these fall on a 0, then I will do my New Earth dice, and we'll see what comes up for that. So Sumac. Okay, that's interesting. So we have 9, and 9 is coming to the end of something. And the crazy thing is, the next 2 numbers that you got were 2 zeros. So that means I'll throw these because it's almost like you're stepping into something completely new for you. So we now have to get into the new vibrations, and that's exactly why I've created these dice. So Sumac, you might have a feeling sometime that washes over you, a feeling of, oh my God, I know this feeling. It feels familiar, but I have no memory of where the feeling comes from. That's home. That's where your soul resided before it came here, or it's still a part over there and here in this reality, because you got home. So what I do whenever I feel those feelings is I don't try to hold on to them, but I try to remember them. Oh my God, I know how this feels. This feels amazing. And then as I've gone along and had those feelings, I start to tap into them, what they're trying to lead me to, some wisdom that they're leading me to. So when those feelings wash over, you can go from feeling, oh my God, where is that place, to, okay, I'm now going to ask what message is it bringing through? Because the next number that you got was 22. And also 22 is working business-wise in spiritual ways, but really grounding it, bringing it to earth, because 2 and 2 makes 4, right? But in a very spiritual way. So sometimes people in the past especially have seen 22 people as being quite chaotic and crazy, because they never fit it into the logical side of things. They always did things like, I'm going to create a business of like being a tarot card reader or whatever, that sort of thing. And now we're really, really stepping into this sort of power. And the next ones that you got was guidance and intuition. So you're definitely being guided on this, and you're definitely going to feel into that intuition and bring it up and start to utilize it, because your intuition is something that it's probably something that you doubted way back. You've probably had bits and pieces where you've gone, I'm going to follow it. No, yes, no, yes. Well, now they're asking you to really look into what that intuition, how that intuition feels. When you feel it, just trust it. Jump off the cliff, so to speak, and trust it and see where it leads you. And it's really interesting. Like, we might follow our intuition, and the first thing that happens is something that we just go, well, that fell apart. So my intuition was totally wrong there, but it actually did lead you to clearing something, or led you to recognizing some pattern of yours that you need to get rid of. So it wasn't really a complete loss, and that intuition guidance that did really serve you well and stopped you becoming caught in the logical loop of everything going over and over and over. So yeah, yay, Sumac. So she says exactly, yes. Hey Zal, hey everybody who's just jumped on. Danielle, Jamie from Facebook, Danielle from Facebook. We have a lot of people online at the moment. So I'm just going to go back a little bit. I think we had Jules next. This is a bit hard to follow now, Jules. Yeah, I might have to just let you guys say that you want a card again, because otherwise I have to scroll all the way back up. Good to see you guys here. Love it. Jules, let's get a reading for you. Tap into Jules. Tap into Jules. Turn my aircon off. Take a glass of water. Jules. Yeah, so if you do miss out on the reading, or if you do come later and watch this and you start listening to it, and there's probably a message here for you. So take that with a grain of salt. We had whole heap of cards fall out then, but I'm just going to take them. So Jules, okay, first card that you got was tuning in. So really sitting down. There's a message wanting to come out for you, they're really wanting you to listen to your inner guidance at the moment, because I think that they want to tell you something. And it's to do with, here we go again, transformation. This must be what's happening in January, a real transformative month, where we're starting to figure out who we can become, choose who we want to become as well. And then the next card is maturity. So you have the maturity to be able to see this through, Jules, and follow your guidance now. So this is probably going to take you to abundance, because I always see this card as almost like the end of the deck, abundance card. It feels like everything's come together for you in the end. And look at this. The next card is We Are the World, which is beautiful. It just, to me, that means that there's a collective that's gathering for you, and that you're going to feel into a lot more of what your mission is, where you're actually going, what your actual mission is. I'll just do one more quick card for you, because they're calling me too. So these one-off cards are really ending up becoming bigger. Sorry, guys, I just can't help myself. If I'm guided to do something, I do it. That's how I've lived my whole life. So I'm not exactly going to start listening to logic and put everything in a box now and do yeah. So you got quest. There's a quest coming for you. The Huntress, number 12. Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. So you've got something that's coming that they're wanting you to tune into, that's important for your next move. And so just calmly meditate and see where that's going to take you. I love putting on really cool, uplifting music when I meditate. For some reason, I follow the music and it takes me places. Don't know how you do it, but I can meditate normally. It's just something that I really love doing. Okay, who else wants this? So Sasha, I just had a conversation with my husband about my daughter. Boundaries. My heart felt lighter once I had this chat. Yeah, that's definitely what can happen, Sasha, is that you when you shared something that's no longer resonating with you, sometimes we do upgrade. And when I first started this journey, and my soul was kind of coming into me, which meant I was upgrading, and I was listening to it. This is a long time ago when I was in New Zealand, so a long time ago. I was sick for a whole year that year, because I didn't understand that my body was reacting to this upgrade. And I literally started patting my body to say, it's okay, you can come with me. And I don't get sick anymore when I upgrade. But sometimes our bodies do fall into almost like it's not quite, like your body's not quite ready, and it starts to it starts to fall sick. It's really bizarre how that happens, but I have noticed that an upgrade can cause an infection or something. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, who else are we going to? Jules, thank you so much. I needed to hear that. I love to meditate with music, so we'll do that too. Yes, yay. Okay, we'll just go from the bottom now, because otherwise I'm going to waste time searching for everyone that said yes. So Tanya, if you want to just ask me again. So Tanya, got one card that fell out for you while I was thinking of you. Tanya. Okay. Tanya. Okay, so you're trying to manifest something. Cups. Okay, so this is what I got for you. I got a Magician card, which is manifestation, like literally saying, I know what I want now. This is what I'm going for. I'm going to start changing things around so that I can, within my thought patterns, so that I can start manifesting this out into reality. And the next card that I got was the Five of Pentacles. So there was something about, like, the first thing that I had in my head was left out in the cold, but then they're like, yeah, but this is a good thing. I don't know why they said this is a good thing. It was, let me just tune in on that one again. Okay, so I'm feeling that in the past you were left out in the cold, and even though now you're still feeling like you haven't quite grasped what you're trying to materialize and bring in to be this magician and bring it in, you're still feeling that irk from the past when you were left out in the cold, and it's almost like you're bringing it into your reality now. But they're telling me, because of the energy shift that's happening on Earth now, you don't have to worry about this anymore. This is literally just an old energy pattern that you're shifting through while trying to manifest what you really desire. Because the last card that you got was the Ten of Cups, and that's the best card you can have next to the Magician. You literally are going to get your biggest wishes come true. So dream big and go for it, and let go of the old energy, because the energy around the Earth at the moment is changed to help guide us that are on a spiritual path. So you're going to get your wishes. You're going to get what you desire in the end. Okay, who else have I got here? So Sal's having internet issues. I'm not today. I have done heaps. Can I please have a card, Whitney? Okay, so Whitney. Oh no, I'll do one angel card for you too. Whitney, the Osho cards, and it just bounced on out there. You got adventuring into something brand new here. This really seems to be the theme of January, where we're learning to transform ourselves, and the adventure that comes with that is shifting us into something brand new. We're starting to trust, even though the outside world is falling apart around us and it seems like someone's restricting our world. We're trusting that there's more to this than what they're telling us. And so there's a big adventure coming. They're asking you to go into this adventure with an innocent heart. It's really interesting. Lately, when I'm driving around, I can remember when I was a little girl thinking about an adventure that was happening in my mind, just for me to walk to the corner store, which is only just, a few blocks down. And because I was so little, it felt like a very, very, very exciting adventure to do that, especially on my own. In those days, we could, because I was brought up in the 70s. And that adventurous feeling, I then brought into myself the same feeling of, oh my God, now I'm still that same little girl with that adventure, but now I'm driving around in a car and I can see all these other adventures where I lost that feeling of innocence, like a child moving through life. But when you start to take that innocence back and you move through life from oh my God, you never know what's going to come up around the corner, who I'm going to meet, what's going to happen next in my life. It could be so exciting. That sort of feeling is going to start shifting your life. And you're going to start flowering. Look, she's on that lotus leaf, flowering into something totally new. See, that that flowering represents that stillness again for me, which is what we have when we're a child. When we're a child, a small innocent child, we're not coming from our logical brain of thinking of the past and projecting it into the future. We're literally living moment to moment. And that's what they're asking us to do now. And that lotus leaf reminds me very much of living moment to moment, stepping into that innocence of who we are, being adventurous again, waking up and saying to ourselves, miracles could happen. So that's for you, Whitney. Very cool. Hey, Sandra, good to see you. Okay, so I have, holy crap, so many people online at the moment. I'm just going to center myself. I'll have to get used to all of this, I suppose, now that I've had this interview with Kevin Moore yesterday. I am going to be on the Kevin Moore show, and it went so amazingly well. I'm so excited about that. So everything's going to take off. I can just feel it. No, you're not too late, Bernadette. I will give you a card. And Danielle. So Danielle Bernadette. Danielle Bernadette. Danielle Bernadette. Let's try one of these ones over here. Danielle. Danielle. Set your course. Danielle, you got the set your course, know where you're going to go, have a plan, and the right direction will come. Them literally telling me with this one is to bring your logical mind into balance with your intuitive spiritual side, because they want you to ground even more of what you're establishing, what you're doing. So this is for Danielle. This is who I had in my head, and then I'll do Bernadette after. Sorry, I had Danielle in my head when I pulled this card. So, yeah, I'm really seeing like it's almost like you've got your right hemisphere, your imaginative, your intuitive skills down pack, but they're now wanting to ground all of that energy into your business and get a plan happening, so that we're using the ability of the compartmentalized ability with logic, which I know some of us in the spiritual world don't even want to do that, but bringing it in to bring more balance, to ground your work into reality for you, more so this week. So yeah. Is there another card for Danielle? Yes, there is. And be playful with it, even though you're using your logical mind and you're bringing that more in. They said you can still be playful with that. You can still have fun with it. Make it a little bit lighthearted and exciting. Oh, today I'm just going to, have fun drawing this up in colorful colors and enjoying the actual adventure of using your logic and planning and bringing things more into fruition. They're telling me that your business might start taking off soon. It's just that they want you to put in those last plans. So that's cool. So it's Daniel from Facebook. That makes perfect sense. Yay. I love it. I love it. I love it. My guides are always here to help me guide you guys. I love this. Okay, so Bernadette, we'll throw some dice for you. Bernadette. So we've got, okay, Bernadette, we've got the number 2. And number 2 is collaborating. Oh, actually, they're telling me self-love, more self-love for you. Bringing it back to your heart. Almost like you've had maybe a couple of family issues or something outside of you issues. It's bringing it back to you. Stabilize that. That's number 4. Just ground it and go, it's okay to be giving myself something, because in the end they are wanting you to work with humanity in a big way. So you got number 9, and sometimes it means endings to me, sometimes it means humanity. I'll pull a card for you as well. I'm really feeling it's more to do with humanity with you and this work that you're coming. You've just gone through something that's, I feel, rocked you a little bit. But it's to push you. It's to push you to see that the lock was always open, and that you can actually open that gate and move into becoming something bigger for you, something more. And it's definitely to work with humanity in a way. I'm not sure exactly where it's leading you in humanity, because this is the short reading, but that's what I'm getting for you. So so that was for Bernadette, and now I'll go for Jamie. Sorry, Ria, I'll go back to you, and then Sandra, hopefully. Jamie. Okay. Jamie, so number 7, but it was reversed completely. If it's completely reversed, or I'll take it as a reverse. So 7 can be lessons, but 7 can also be in teaching. So I think they're asking you to step up and start teaching a bit more. Be stable in this, be like grounded, and be creative in the way that you're going to step into something to do with teaching others. It's like you've gone through all these lessons, and now you have all these abilities and wisdom to be able to teach other people. You see things from a different possibility. You see things from a higher perspective now. So you have some wisdom to share. Yeah. So I'm doing a bit quicker now because there's so many people online. So that's for Jamie from Facebook. And Ria. I haven't even pulled my animal cards. Ria. I'm laughing because Ria, I was gonna pull the lovers cards, and I'm like, I don't do lovers. I don't do lovers readings very often. But I will now, because guess what popped out of the tarot deck for you? The lovers. So that's interesting. Okay, let's go there. Let's go there and see what happens. Release your ex. It's time. The time has come to clear your energy. There's something interesting coming in for you. Yeah. I don't usually do love readings, but sometimes Spirit makes me. Patience. So there has to be patience involved in this shift that you're going through. Time will come, and then it will all come to fruit. You'll give birth to something totally new in the end after this. Oh my gosh, feel a bit of a whirlwind because there's so many people here. Okay, so I will do Sandra. Give me a call, say hi. Let's do the angel cards. Sandra. A message for Sandra right here, right now. Okay, I'll do the dice as well. So, Sandra. For some reason the card's not. Okay, 1 shuffle, 3. Okay. They're asking, okay, so very much they really want you to become more independent, asking you to step out into nature a bit more too. And you got 1, 1 and a 4. So there's something independent, you stepping into your power of who you are now and grounding that. Because number 4 is all to do with grounding, and you got the nature card. So there's something very... you stepping into your power, becoming an independent person, and knowing your abilities more, like really grounding your abilities. So they're asking you to literally step out into nature and ground yourself so that you can feel into more power. I'm literally seeing you put your feet in the ground, and information coming through from Gaia herself to you, there's some things that you're going to get into that are a bit more esoteric, almost like you could say witchy stuff, like that sort of thing. Just delve into it more. They want you to delve into it more for whatever reason. Wow, so many people. Should pop by sometime, have a swim. Yeah, it's nice and warm. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a good idea. Pop by and have a swim. Yes, it's time for you to take your power back, Sandra. It's time for you to recognize how magical you are. Yeah. Yeah, wonderful and interesting indeed. Thanks, dear one. That was an interesting reading. I don't even know where that one popped up from. Suzette. And let's do Suzette. Actually, I want to do Osho cards. How long have we been going? 40 minutes. Okay. Suzette. Okay, Suzette, you might feel like you're doing too much at once. There might be things that are happening that you're like, this is stressing me out. Now, whenever I feel like there's too much coming at me at once, this is how I play the game. I take the reins myself and I go, I'm going to do whatever I feel passionate to do now, and literally see all those balls that you've been trying to play with in the air. I sit them down on the ground and I go, what am I called to do from my heart now? And those other balls I will get to when I feel my heart calls me to do those things. I'm not going to have them in my mind until I need to do them. And they will pop up again when you need to address them again. It's almost like our logical mind wants to keep all of these things going on in our heads so that we never really fully do anything properly. And that is the old program of teaching us to do that, subject after subject for school. And we've got all these things that we have to keep logically in our head and compartmentalize. But with the energy that we're moving into now is trusting our soul's guidance. So you might have all these things. And even if it is an important thing that you think is really important, if it's really that truly important, do it first. Write it down and do it first. But if it's something that can wait, and that you see yourself with this ball and you just plonk it down on the ground. Now, if you don't go back to it and you forget about it, and it didn't make any difference in your life anyway because you forgot about it, then it's not going to become an issue. But I swear, if you constantly go towards what your soul desires, your soul and your passion never wants to lead you down the wrong path. It always wants to take you down a path that illuminates you, that makes you grow. So it won't let you become in trouble for something down up in the future. Actually, literally being in stress and holding those balls up in the air with all of those things logically, that's more likely to get you into trouble and you forgetting something than putting it down and following your heart, especially now that the energy has shifted. So it's really learning to be in the moment for you. Okay, who else have we got? Annika. Okay. There's some things, Annika, for you that are still coming up from your past, and that you're clinging to. I don't think you realize it is a program that you thought was your personality, but it's actually something that they're asking you to let go of. Literally a fighting feeling here from inside you that wants to make something you better or you right, something like that. But it is actually something from a past life that you had going on, that you felt out of control, and now they're telling me to get into control. You need to literally Like you could sit down and meditate and go into that past life and see it from this perspective, that it's not here anymore, and let it go, because it's going to keep returning to you to fight against until you just go, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to start creating something new for me. And I let go of all of that worry that I'm not good enough, or I'm not going to be able to be seen. Something to do with that. Yeah, it's a quick one. Okay. So who else? Colented? I always get your name wrong. So Colented. 3 of Wands and the Emperor. With the 3 of Wands, I'm literally seeing you standing in your power and people coming up behind you. And here we are, next to it is the Emperor standing in your power. And okay, then you have Death. So with the Death next to it is literally letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. You're not going to let it affect you, because you know where you're going. You're stepping into the 4 of Wands. You're stepping into collaboration with others that really resonate with you. You're stepping into your power. They're the ones that fell out as well. The King of Wands. Okay. Wow. So we have free speech warrior, free speech warrior, free speech warrior. Now I'm going to do animal cards with you. I'll do some dice and some animal cards. The dice are, ooh. Actually, I'm going to throw that again because I don't actually know what it fell on. The dice that fell for you is 6, which is stepping into more creativity, working in harmony, and the 9, and what I'm getting off that 9 is more for some reason I'm feeling family around you, and working with family, creative pursuits with the family, having more fun with the family. You got, I'm just going to choose one of these because otherwise it gets too long. The one that really calls out is Lion, higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need to let go of the past and reclaim majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices in your life, for your life and your tribe. So it's almost like there's an importance of tribe, family members coming around you and working with them in a creative pursuit. Be playful with it. Enjoy your next steps. Be imaginative in where you're going as well. Yeah. Okay. So strong in many ways. Truly inspiration for all light workers. Oh, thank you. One big pond. Nah. You're on YouTube. That's funny. Caroline Wright, I would love a card. Okay. Caroline Wright from YouTube. I think I will make this one of my last ones. You're still here. Tony's like, one. Okay. One big pond and Tony is the same person. One's on Facebook and one's on YouTube. You've got 2 computers going or something. Holy crap. Okay. Let me focus in on Caroline. What could help Caroline this month, mid-January, for her guidance? What could help Caroline? Caroline. Okay. It's time to stop any projections that are coming up for you. So projections to me are when you're with somebody and you know, because you're probably more an empath, you're an empathic person. You know how they want you to act. And it's time to drop that veil of knowing, you might know how they want you to act, but for you to really step into your power and be the person that you are, because otherwise we're projecting to them what they want to see rather than really being our authentic self. And I know I've done this heaps because I'm an empath as well. It's the way I literally got through my life up till now, is to be what the other person wanted me to be so that I could feel wanted and needed. I did it for a long time, and now I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And I literally have to, because I can do it so easily, I literally have to step back and go, what do I really want? What's my choice here, not their choice? Because they're telling me, well, the cards are saying that you're now mature enough to do this. You can step into this and become so proudly you. Like you have a very calming feeling about you that's just they're going to see another side of you as well. It's like, it's just like this feeling of home, like you coming home to me in this card, to yourself. That's why I'm feeling this calm feeling. You coming home to you. It's to do with you now. It's not to do with appeasing others or appeasing yourself to fit into others. It's to do with you coming back to yourself, and you are mature enough to be able to handle that. So that's really cool. It's a big move, actually, that one, and it changes a lot. Yeah, it changes a lot, because then you start to go, I know what I really want to do, and you don't care about what anyone else thinks anymore. So you start really going down the right path where you really want to go. Yeah. So that was for you, Caroline. Hey, Chicky Rogue from YouTube. One for the collective. Yes, Annie. That's what I was going to do at the beginning, wasn't I? Let's do a collective reading, right? We're going to do a collective reading. We are going to do collective mid-January week. So I'm going to do these once a week. They'll be Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what else I've got going on. Definitely once a week, though. If I miss a day, it will come on the next day. But I am going, I've got a big interview that's going to be published soon with Kevin Moore. So that's going to probably change a lot as well, because I know once I do these big interviews, I get a lot of things sold, and a lot of things like my intuitive counseling goes off the chart kind of thing. So I could get very busy, but I am definitely going to try to do these one-off card readings once a week for you guys. So I'll show you cards. Let's go for the collective. Oh, it's almost a bit of a mess then. It's interesting. You know what? I really do generally feel like the collective feels like it's in the thick of a mess at the moment, but it's actually meant to be there. It's almost like we're dragging through mud, but we're clearing so much. I literally see our feet stuck in mud, but our heads going, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's really weird. It's like there's two sides to the collective so vastly. So it's so interesting too, because we've got the same card as what I pulled for somebody else come up. Yeah, and that totally makes sense. Oh my God, the same cards keep coming out, even for the collective. So this is really cool. So adventure came up again, really going into that innocence, like I read for the other lady back further. Stepping into your childlike innocence when you were a child. If you just went to walk to the end of the street, there was a feeling of adventure, a feeling of excitement when you were a kid of, I'm going to go play in the sandpit, and I'm going to build the best amazing castle, and I'm going to materialize this, and I'm going to go outside and dance over the lawn and not care. This is the energy that's been asked for us to step into and really start trusting It's not going to lead us astray. It's going to lead us to even more and more beautiful stuff. There's an understanding coming for the collective that they were always free, that we always had a choice to become more than what we were programmed to become and told that we had to be. And it's in this childlike innocence that's going to bring us into this beautiful feeling of realizing we really are free. And then what comes from that is that stillness. So here we go again. The same card is what popped out for somebody else. And it's sitting on that lotus leaf, and the lotus leaf keeps coming up for me, because if you listen to my my last premiere that I did, premiered last night, it brings up the message of the lotus, which was on all the Egyptian temples. And if you ingest it, it literally brings you to a stillness within yourself. I've never taken it. I don't know. I was just guided to this information from my guides, and they told me as well, it literally feels like you are living in present moment. And this is where the collective is going without ingesting something outside of themselves. They're literally becoming the lotus. And we are literally starting to recognize the gems that come up when we are still in our minds and allowing life, the rest of it, to just whirl around us, because we're in present moment. And also they keep bringing up, and I just got to keep on bringing up what they bring up for me. The same message I also said in Kevin Moore's interview about a soul. When a person is living in the moment, they have like this golden orange flame coming off the back. That's the energy of living in the moment, but it's very short. It's just this very short energy. But if you're living in a mind that holds on to the past and the past and the past and the past, it's like this dark navy blue. They show me a dark navy blue ribbon that just kept going and going. And if you ever wiggle a ribbon like that, it's very easy to catch the longer it is, right? So you're caught and you're wrapped up. And if you're like a dog with a long leash, and you can get tangled into all of the past because you're only coming from your logical brain. But what they're asking us to do is to drop that blue ribbon and be present in the moment, because in the moment we are stepping into this whole new reality of creating our life, and we're no longer listening to all of the what ifs anymore. So that's the collective message for mid-January. Yes. I might do that like that next time too. Every time at the end of the readings, I'll do a collective, and we'll just see how many cards the same come out, because I know that whoever I read for in these readings is generally for whoever gets to listen to them as well. So if you are listening to this later, it's for you too. Yeah, but because it's a general reading, you feel into what's right for you. Always trust your inner guidance, your intuition. Don't trust somebody else outside of yourself. But, messages can come your way from other people. Absolutely. I still get messages from other people, but I trust my instinct with them, with that message. Does that sit right for me right now? And it might sit not right for me right now, but then later on down the track, because I've learned other lessons, I've come up to the knowledge again, pops in my head, and then I'm like, oh, now I get it, because I'm coming from a different perspective. So just be aware that it's all to do with you creating your reality, you taking back the reins, you living in the present moment was one of the most important things that they told me in a dream years and years ago, that this would happen, and that I was on the radio in the dream and broadcasting to everybody, stay still in your mind, because there's this like big, huge tubes coming out from the sky of energy that was going to take out everything that wasn't still in their mind, that wasn't living in their power and their present moment awareness. And that's why we've gone through what we've gone through, right, this last couple of years, so that we can learn the value of this. living in the moment, because we're literally going to create a new reality. So love you guys heaps. Mwah. You're such a wonderful team. I feel like a community is definitely building, and I know it's going to get bigger because of these interviews that I'm doing now. So love yous. So grateful for all your support. I will come back next week. See ya. Bye.